My father was a Pentecostal and my mother was a Catholic. So there was a lot of differences being raised, different beliefs. So I would say I grew up a little bit spiritually confused. At my core, at the least, I could say I believed in God, but I didn't know him. I have a couple co-workers, Thomas and Felix, and we just started having conversations. We were all kind of hanging out by the gas pumps, filling up our trucks, and started talking about God. He handed me a gospel tract, Felix did, and I've never been given one before. I didn't even know what they were. He gave me an invitation to come, and that was in December 2020, and I took that home, and I did actually sit down and read it, and then I started talking to my wife about it.
Again, like he said, we weren't going to church, and we prayed when something bad was going on, but, we didn't give thanks or anything. And then losing my brother in 2020, not gonna lie, I went for 2 weeks. I was angry. I blamed God. But then when he came home from talking to his friends, he was like, well, let's go check it out. I was like, all right, I'm off. We'll go see. I didn't think it was gonna be anything. I totally just assumed it was gonna be a typical church from 10, 15, 20 years ago.
January 3rd, that was our first day at church, and that was the message that we needed to hear, pushing forward. It hit right here. It did.
God needed us to hear that. And since then, I realized, I'm not mad at him for my brother passing. There's a reason, my brother was here. And knowing, okay, I need God. Obviously, I don't have him. I know he's there, but he's not in me. After
the service, was able to talk to you for a few moments, and you had invited us to come downstairs. No one has ever sat down and opened up a Bible with us. Didn't even own a Bible. And I'm happy to say that day we got saved. At this point I've had almost 35 years of not living for Christ. So as soon as I got saved, it was just me jumping head first into it, and even, there were some questions, are we doing too much too fast? But I'm like, I had all this time not living for Christ. I need to change that. I need to start putting some more weight on this side of my life. Our kids love it, and they followed in our footsteps. Our two older ones, they started asking questions, what does it mean to be saved? And can they be saved? And that was the proudest thing I could ever witness, and it just happened to be on Father's Day weekend. Remember, it was our first night of public evangelism. Never thought I would even do that in itself. But that first night, they had that feeling that they needed to be saved, and they got saved that night. And it was truly a blessing, and we all got baptized, and it's been a journey, and it's just beginning.
I'm different. I'm still the same, but I'm so different, and I'm happy, and physically and spiritually. It's amazing. What month are we in? September, so these last 8 months have it's been phenomenal. I just feel it. Even people say my light is different. People can see it. And my mom and brother come here now, and I'm working on my brother's questioning the Bible and learning stuff, and I think he's going towards learning about salvation, and that would have never happened if he didn't get the conversation at work.
We've never really prayed as a family, but now we do, and not just before we eat, but even the girls come up to me and say, is this something we could pray about? Of course. And praying and reading the Bible, those are the game changers right there. And once you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, He will change you. And He changed us.
Yes, He did.